I was not expecting to do this right now. What's going on, guys? Brandon Harding here. Hope you're having a great day. We're just about to get into some deadlifts after a pretty crazy night out last night. Wasn't really expecting to go this hard, but we have some people here that have come down to the gym to meet Christian and myself. So we're gonna put a show on, try and hit a PR deadlift. I said at the end of my last video that I was gonna hit a PR, so I guess now it has to be done. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. Alright, so we're 2 sets in. We have a 3D and a water to hopefully flush away some of the toxins in my body and help us get through this deadlift session. Already had a pre-workout, so I'm currently consuming about 400 milligrams of caffeine right now just to get through these deadlifts. But set number 3, 3 plates. Got it.
The reason I followed Brandon was I saw his content and I was like, damn, this guy's pretty big. I just kept on watching and I saw he competed, and I mean, that's what I want to do. He's taller and actually has some muscle mass, so that's what I'm trying to get to. I have a hard enough time putting on weight, and I watch his nutrition videos and his dieting and everything, and I see what he's doing and I try and copy it just because, I mean, he's where I want to be, so I want to be there one day and be able to compete like that, so that's why I follow Brandon.
My guys. Yes, boys. Thank you, man.
Hey, no problem.
Alright, so current PR is 540 pounds, but we currently have 550 pounds on the bar. If I get this, I'm just like shitting on all science behind being able to hit PRs after going out and getting pretty fucked up. Or like the whole strategical approach to like how to lift heavy. 550 on the bar. Let's go. I'm gonna attempt it. We're gonna get it.
My name is Brandon as well. I would say I'm the more attractive Brandon personally, but all my boys were from Texas A&M, so gig 'em. And we're representing the Aggies back in Houston because we're all from Dallas. 2-hour drive, but it's definitely worth it to meet Brandon. Yeah, this is a great day.
Fuck. Honestly now I am blown away. 550 PR. Considering like I'm really happy with like how fast that went up, and I'm feeling like pretty tight, I'm feeling pretty warmed up. So we're gonna go 10 pound heavier and try 560. We're gonna put another 5 pound aside and attempt that 560. We're getting close. We're getting so close to 6 plates. I wanna hit it within the next 6 months. 6 months, 6 plates. But right now we have 560 pounds.
So every day I try to come to the gym just to try to be the best version of myself. I really like skinny genetics. I want to come to the gym and build muscle. Seeing people like you that put in the work and seeing the results pay off, because I mean, I know it's gonna be a long process. So seeing people that have like the finished like results like you.
Definitely not finished.
A lot further ahead than I am. So yeah, it's easy to get inspired by people like you.
Caden. Yes, sir. If it wasn't for Caden and his belt, that PR would have never happened. It was definitely the belt, not me. So, because the alcohol in my system was not helping, it was definitely this belt.
Sign the beats.
Be Harding.
One more.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, sir.
I'm speechless. 560 pounds PR. We fucking did it. Oh my god. Max has got a powerlifting meet in 2 weeks. Strategically eating and like making sure his lifts are like on point, not wasting too much energy like leading up to the event. But the guy should just literally go out the night before, get fucked up, and go to the meet and win that shit. No, I do not promote alcohol, especially not before coming to the gym and trying to lift some heavy ass weight. But yeah, we have the rest up back now. But yeah, let's get it. Good morning, guys. It's currently the next day now. Got back from the gym last night. Honestly, just chilled out the whole night. Didn't really do too much. Everyone kind of had an early night. After 2 like savage workouts, hitting 2 PRs, going out the night before and only having like 3 hours sleep the previous night. We kind of just like crashed out. Got a decent night's sleep tonight though, but it's a Monday. It is a regular work day. Everyone is back on their usual schedules. Max and Mona are currently at the gym. They're gonna go through some ever forward samples. Christian's taking Heidi away for a few days on like a little trip midday today. So we're gonna head to the gym, get a lift in, answer some questions that I asked you guys to ask us on Instagram. I thought it'd be pretty cool to like sit down with Christian, potentially Max. I'm not sure what his schedule is. I know he's pretty busy today, but just sit down and just answer some questions, going through some like topics that I know you guys want questions answered on. Probably get some breakfast, head to the gym, get a lift in, and start the day. But just for 1 second, let's just appreciate this shit. Morning walks by the water. It's not a bad view. So no, 'cause I can't see myself. Shit, focusing on your face, the priority.
Who looks the best, you know?
Yeah. All right, so we asked you guys to ask us some questions on an Instagram post that I posted yesterday, and right here we screenshotted some like questions that we think you guys would want answering. So right now we're just gonna like raw go through them. Yeah,
Let's do it.
yeah.
Boom.
If you were all single and you were trying to pick up the same girl, who would walk away with the number? I think Christian.
Yeah, of course.
Definitely Christian. Yeah.
I would say Brandon.
No.
Because, well, I feel like you would just go and talk, right? I'm more like, I'm just gonna kind of chill. You know, I'm not gonna pursue.
That's like overconfidence though. Like you've got like the cool, like someone would approach you. The facial hair, the tan, yeah, maturity.
Christian would get them with his devilishly good looks.
Yes.
You, I mean, you're a monster. So they'd be like, oh my God,
I'd say
squeeze your biceps.
Brandon draws it when everyone walks in a room. It's like, what the? Everyone looks at Brandon. It's like, that's like the attention grabber.
I feel like Max has got like personality-wise, can make like anyone laugh.
I would have really cool jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With conclusion, we're gonna settle with Christian. Whose calves are the smallest?
Actually, Max is
Yeah.
Max.
14.75.
Mine were just smaller than that. But we did learn that Christian has small ankles.
Yeah.
Higher insertions on calves.
Overall, mine look worse.
I haven't measured mine, but I'd say they were like, are we gonna do it? Yeah. So one of the questions was like live
right here.
calf measurement, but I kind of like skipped it because I didn't want to do it. Alright. Okay, just like take your shoe off. Yeah. Bang, right there.
A hair under 16 inches.
16.
14 and a quarter. Oh, not flexible. See, so mine are just, like this is all the bone. Oh my God, look at that, bro.
All the muscles
Look at that. All the muscles up here.
People are gonna comment that our feet are on our table.
Dude, 15.
15?
Yeah.
I think it's kind of, oh, no. Yeah, there we go.
Oh no, it's definitely 15.
I think my calves are growing, bro. But look, it doesn't matter how big this is, because this just, I got the short end of the, oh, that's super great.
You know, I keep telling Christian where he's doing like
Wow, man, that's so sad.
Legitimately, like if you make your legs bigger, then your calves are gonna look smaller. So it's like,
Why even bother?
like it's like a real thing.
That's one thing I really like about prep as well, because when your quads and hamstrings get smaller, your calves look bigger because it's the illusion.
I let my calves get shredded and like they actually look decent when I'm lean. Because my upper body's not as like big.
Yeah, they look really good, dude.
So if you want to be,
I'm just gonna get calf implants. Yeah, what, $1,000? Like,
what tips and tricks would you give someone that wants to build their own personal brand in the fitness industry?
people have heard it a million times. Like, be yourself. I really think it's really embrace everything that you are and you represent, because like very soon I'm coming up on my 1000th YouTube video.
Did you say you made like
5
1300?
years.
1,400 videos.
Yeah, it's just like you can't do that many videos and keep doing it because you enjoy it if you're like putting on a facade. Like if you're putting on some fake personality or trying to like, you know, act more animated on video, like you're just not.
You won't keep it up. It's not a long lasting.
I feel like it becomes like mentally exhausting trying to be someone you're not for so long. Especially like I think I'm on like video 400 or like almost 500 now, and I can imagine like putting on a personality and like trying to be someone you're not. It's gonna like take a toll on like who you are as a person. Just be bad for like your mental state. Like you're gonna question who you are as a person if you're trying to be someone that you're not for so long. As far as like expanding a brand, it is about consistency. So like having a good relationship with your consistency in the sense of like you're happy producing video after video after video, but not for the camera, but for yourself to be able to create more content.
Acting maybe more animated on camera, like it can like boost your confidence and maybe make you become more social, which is a good thing. But I think if you like try to be like fake for so long, like I feel like you almost trick yourself into being that person and it'll change who you are. And like
generic answer, be yourself.
And consistent. Be consistent.
If you could be an existing superhero, who would you be? You said like Iron Man before.
Iron Man.
Yeah, Iron Man.
Yeah.
I mean, I pretty much already look like the Hulk, so I mean, I figure
Right.
stick with that. Stick with
Okay.
If we were Avengers, what would it be? I would say the Hulk.
Nah, dude,
Strange.
I'm taking Thanos, man.
Oh, okay, Thanos. There you go.
Thanos.
Thanos. I'd like to be Iron Man.
I like Captain
In
America.
Marvel.
You have the authority.
He doesn't really have any powers. He's just kind of strong.
He's just a strong-willed guy. He's the heart behind.
People respect him a lot.
Is Alfleet thinking about launching shoes / sneakers in the future?
To be honest, it's not really, no. It's just it's a very expensive thing to do, but it's also like, there's just so many good shoes out there, man. Unless I could bring a better shoe, in my opinion, then I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
How often should an individual change their split?
I change my training all the time, but at the end of the day, like, the gym is repetitive. Like, getting stronger and whatnot is a repetitive motion. Like, there's a reason why people squat, bench, deadlift, right? It's like, those are the main, motions that you need. So at the end of the day, like, if you keep it simple and you're on some sort of structure, like, you will get stronger if you're adding calories. You don't need to, like, do crazy exercises. But a lot of it, for me, comes down to just personal enjoyment.
Changing splits, like, it can only do so much because you will eventually, like, go back to where you started out, and there's only, like, so many splits you can essentially do. I feel like changing is more like a mental thing, because, like, to be successful in the gym and to build a physique, you need to be going for a long period of time, because it takes time to build a physique. So changing it's almost like to help keep you motivated.
I would probably say I still focus on powerlifting mainly, but I would say I do like 3 different types of powerlifting training throughout the year.
I pretty much year-round stick with a push-pull leg or some sort of variation of that. My compounds may stay very similar, and I'm just changing kind of rep schemes, but the accessory work, I'd like to give myself a little bit more freedom. So if I say I'm gonna do a lateral raise on my split, and it's like typed out dumbbell lateral raise, right? I might do some kettlebell, I may do some single arm, I may go do a cable lateral raise, I may do just slight variations of things just to keep it more fun.
Better find a training style you like, though, because if you're gonna train it for like 30 plus years, like, you're gonna run through a lot of it, like, real quick.
Next question is quite an interesting one. It's a question for these guys about me. How do you both feel about me being enhanced? You guys being natural and me not.
So the other day at Chick-fil-A, I was like really interested. So Brandon, I was curious like what his goal was. I was like, is your goal to be on an Olympia stage? Is it to compete like at a super high level? And he said like, that's a dream of mine, is like get on that stage. And to do that, there's no way around it. Like I'm not gonna call it, you are gonna have to do certain things. And if that's a goal and that's the reason that you're doing it is for yourself and because you truly wanna do that, you're not doing it to impress the group of girls, you're not doing it to impress anyone else, you're doing it because you wanna do it.
I always say like, if you're doing it for an egotistical reason to just be the biggest guy in the room, it's not worth it.
No, those are the guys you see hop on a bunch of stuff, and then 2 years later, there's not even working out anymore
because they don't develop a good relationship with it because they didn't build like a foundation. Like I was completely natural for like almost 5 years before I even considered it, and then for the past year and a half, I've just experimented with various things.
You're saying that you don't think I'm. You're telling me you think this physique is natural? You're out of your goddamn mind. No, I don't really care. I respect you for like being upfront about it. I never have an issue with anyone taking anything. It's more of like when they blatantly try to be like, I'm not, and if you buy my stuff.
Lifetime natural lifter.
Yeah, if you sit there and like tell people that you're not, and then you're also trying to push something, and I don't like when people give people false hope of like what they can achieve because they tell them you can do this if you buy this or train like I do, but I'm not gonna tell you. But if they're straight being like, but I'm natural, like it's either like just don't mention it or just I don't really care.
That's a big thing. Like, I mean, I made a video about it before, but like that was the thing that like disheartened me. Not disheartened me, but like one thing that was really getting to me because I was receiving messages like almost like, how are you changing your physique so fast on prep? Do I have terrible genetics, right? So I was like, I'm making these videos to help motivate people, but I'm actually demotivating people at the same time because I'm making them think that they're not good enough or they're just not cut out for the gym because they have bad genetics. And I was like, shit, dude, like I'm not natural. Like, don't expect to be able to achieve that same level of condition in a short period of time. Like, don't let that dishearten you. So I was like, I gotta set people straight and like diminish this like false expectations because like that's the last thing I want. I'll make videos to like help motivate people, and if I'm doing the complete opposite, I suck as a person, like personally. So like
especially because your channel's for you. You're doing it for yourself. You're chasing that goal. You're chasing to get better on. It's like you can't just live this lie every day. And
exactly. Same again, like about being who you are and like creating content without being fake. You can only do that if you're like being who you are.
Something that interests me when you brought up like Arnold and Sylvester Stallone and like The Rock and stuff, where it's like almost like long term when you're older, like sort of like health benefits. That's so interesting. It's
like testosterone replacement because your body isn't producing the same natural levels as it once was, and if you still want to be progressing in the gym past the age of like 32, when like natural test levels drop at like
coming up, bro. We got a few years.
We'll start it up, then we'll be jacked as hell, dude.
Like HGH.
How do you say H?
Well, I did like Rob. HGH.
Well, we say it correctly, I guess. That's
I'm pretty sure you're speaking English. Who's got the strongest deadlift?
Oh yeah.
Max, easy one.
You already 560, right?
It's in this video, yeah.
560. What's yours, Max?
620 and some change, but 620. I can pull over 6 in both stances as well. I can do conventional and sumo. Right now I'm like 174, but I've competed and pulled over 6 6 at like 163. So like, was that 72 kilos?
Conversion wise, like I'm deadlifting 560 and I'm 228 pounds. So like,
it's the only thing I'm good at. But I don't know if I wasn't good at it and I didn't
Yeah.
enjoy it, I don't think I would do it, to be honest. Because like, obviously I don't get huge from it. I'm not a caloric surplus most of the time throughout my lifting career. But I just thoroughly, and I don't know if it's because I'm good at it, that's why I enjoy it so much. But like, I just like the feeling of just like ripping weight off the ground. Like, it's satisfying. You know?
I can vouch for that because like, even though like yesterday, like you wasn't recording every single set, like I think it was the day before yesterday, Max was deadlifting. He wasn't recording or anything, so there wasn't like no act being put on for the camera. But just going through deadlifts, like you were just so freaking happy to like hit the lift you were hitting. Like you could just see the like the happiness like oozing out of him doing deadlifts. It's crazy. Like
I get even happier when I'm using a deadlift bar. Right now I'm using the stiff bar, which makes me hate my life a little bit. But.
Brandon, are you going to be doing Summer Shredding 2019?
We did first one last
year.
We're doing our second competition June 29th.
My first competition of next year is May 11th, so holding on for another like 5 or 6 weeks to do the Summer Shredding show. It will be open class, there's no junior bodybuilding category, so I'm going to be against big guys. Depending on how well prep goes, there's a possibility I may enter.
That'd be sick.
An athlete competing in the athlete competition.
Hell yeah.
Like, oh yeah, because it sounds cool, I might do it, you know. But,
we had 350 competitors last year total, so I think this year we probably get 500 competitors.
But if it is,
bodybuilding should be a lot bigger this year too.
And if I do your show, I'll have been prepping for 24 weeks.
It's a long
24 weeks for the Summer Shredding Classic.
Yeah.
Hard buddy, when are you moving to Texas? Someone asked another question, was like, when are you going to get the house in between Max and I was like, yeah, maybe if I win the lottery. No plans right now.
That's what all the cool kids are doing, man.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Well, I don't know about cool, but that's what all the kids are doing.
yeah, I'm not involved. Where do you see yourself when you're 40?
That's like next year, right?
I think right now there's so much focus on like the social aspect and content and all this stuff, and I'm gonna keep that going. But I definitely see that being a lot more toned down, and I see myself just really focusing on businesses and growing things like companies I'm working on now. And like seeds have already been planted, so I just really want to be sure that these are set up for the future, and maybe a kid or two at 40 and be able to go all the games and be able to have some time.
Come on, Billy.
40, bro.
Let's go throw the ball.
Yeah,
What about you?
not have to stress about money and stuff when I'm.
Well, I'm 40. My dog will be 10 years old by then, so that'll be sick. I'll be hanging out with him. I don't know. I mean, you never know with social media and everything. You can't guarantee anything. I thoroughly enjoy entertaining people, so some facet of that. But
Be a stand-up comedian?
Nah. People would die from laughing.
I would go, bro. I'd be in the crowd.
I very similar to Christian. We're involved in a lot of things we haven't mentioned to the public about together, and there's also things we're doing obviously separately. So like he said, like a lot of seeds are being planted that the money that we're earning during this time where everything is booming and we're kind of just trying to be smart. I mean, we're still dumb on like Saturday nights and stuff, but like we somewhat are, smart and kind of like, putting our money in different things that hopefully will grow and flourish to gigantic things. Hopefully.
You never know. Like when these guys are 40 and I'm like 35, we might still be vlogging.
So I might still be lifting.
Honestly, what I hope to be doing when I'm 40 is I hope that I'm happy and I'm healthy. That's like, I mean, at the end of the day, like, the people around me are hopefully are succeeding. People around me are healthy as well. I'm like, that's really what I hope for. Like,
but I have this like scenario in my head that I want to like be living in by the time I'm 40. I have this like, it's like a daydream, having a place like on a beach and having like my own pier, but just like every single morning walking out into the pier, diving into the sea and just looking back on a family. So like open patio doors, your wife in the kitchen making some breakfast, kids running around, maybe a dog or two, just like viewing what you've created and absorbing it. Like, so like every single morning, just like appreciating like what you've done. I want to like experience that and know what that feels like. So whether that happens when I'm 40, 50, whenever, if it ever does, that's when I want to like feel. Like how like euphoric that may feel. Be in the water, just looking back on your family and being like, wow, this is my life now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be cool to like plant seeds now, and then when if and when everyone has like a family and stuff, like then you just make sure that like they're happy and like
put relentless work in now, so when you are 40 you can just enjoy everything you've done for yourself in previous years. So this is going to be the title and thumbnail of this video, but I'm going to let Christian read it. It's the most liked question, the most highly anticipated one, and I've touched on it in the past, but I answered it from my perspective, but I want to get your perspective on it. So
Dalton Smith 23. How does someone like Christian from a business perspective, not friend, feel about you being open with your gear use and being a part of Athlete? Was it a hard decision to be okay with him being open? And to Max, how would you react if someone was a part of Ever Forward and wanted to do the same?
What do you think from a business standpoint? Like when I made a video, were you like, shit, we sponsor him?
So we made a post of Brandon on the Athlete page a while back. This is maybe 2-3 months ago. And to be honest, the comment section wasn't the best.
I remember.
Right? Yeah, it wasn't the best. And with that said, we've posted Brandon multiple times after that. I think it's one of those things where like it's hard to say that my personal beliefs sort of can tie into the business, but I think that is kind of the case. I think as long as someone's being open and honest and they're not trying to claim and they're being completely straight up with you, I don't think it's a problem. And I'd rather have that than someone on the team who is the opposite, who's lying. Yeah. And I think that it really just comes down to the actual person. And I think by being honest and being very straightforward and upfront, I think that says a lot about the person. So I don't see a problem with it, to be honest. And as long as you're not telling like you do, this is not what I recommend by any means.
It's like you're like everyone take it.
Yeah, no, this is.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I would never be the kind of person that would be like, you need to do this to get here, because I will always tell you, and it's something I truly believe. Like I don't regret it, but I will tell you every single time I talk about this to not do it because it isn't worth it. I don't regret it because I haven't experienced side effects, but I do know side effects are a very real thing. I would never ever sell that as like something you should do. I would always tell you not to, but yeah.
You're open with it and you're not. It'd be different if you're like, I'm on it, man. This is the best thing ever. You gotta do it, man. Look how jacked I am. Like this could be you. It's like, and a lot of people.
That'd be a very different story.
Yeah, and there are people that you could say stuff like that, and they'd be like, no, I'm not gonna do that. But there's some impressionable kids that like, you know, who are watching that are like, they don't know. They go get it from some sketchy dude, and like it's just like it's a real thing. You know, it's not like you can't make everyone hide under a rock, you know, like in terms of like what's out there and whatnot. But the way you're going about it, I don't really see anything. I don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah, and it's temporary as well. Like I don't plan on doing this shit forever. Maybe past the age of like, I'm 21 now, but I don't plan on doing this past the age of like 25. I'm kind of the kind of person I am. Like I want to do something, and if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it full on. So competing, I'm going to go to the true extent to do what it takes to be a good competitor. A business, I want to do whatever it takes to make that successful. With YouTube, I want to do whatever it takes to make this successful. Sometimes you have to do clickbait. Don't want to do it, but you have to do what it takes to be successful.
I think like major difference in Brandon competing versus me competing in one random physique show a year, where like my goal of competing and the reason I compete once a year is honestly like, yeah, it's for myself to challenge myself, but it's really to provide content, to set a goal for myself and to share. Like I want to give as much information during that dieting time frame, and while people are dieting for the summer and as they're doing the summer shredding competition, like we're doing June 29th, the Summer Shredding Classic. I picked my show based on that time frame, so I need to compete 1 or 2 weeks before then. So I'm competing June 22nd at some small little city here in Texas because that makes most sense for the timeline, for the content, for, you know what I mean? And I'm doing it from, I think that's just like, I'm not going to go and try to be a pro. It's not a goal of mine.
For the same reason Christian competes, I would say is 50% of my motivation too, because I've always wanted to compete, but sometimes when it gets really hard, if it wasn't for social media and other people's opinions keeping you accountable for your shit, you almost like want to bring a better package because you have a camera on you, so you have to put more work in to essentially win the show because you want to win it, because other people are then going to be motivated by the fact that you won a show, and then it may convince them to do a show as well.
Yeah, mate.
Hope you guys enjoyed, dude.
The vlog hasn't finished yet. I'm going to probably vlog some more stuff, but that's it for the Q&A. Hope you enjoyed.
Peace. That was a good Q&A.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how it's going to turn out. Right, so we're heading back over to the gym now. Going to get a lift in. We've got legs today. Dude, I haven't even eaten breakfast. I actually completely forgot I haven't eaten today.
I fast in the mornings usually.
There's no protein shakes at the gym anymore, so I'm probably going to...
just sold out,
Yeah, I'll Uber like somewhere close. Is there like a Chick-fil-A or like a
Subway right here?
Subway?
A little sandwich or something?
Yeah, I'll get one in a second. I'll just like walk over there and just look a little bit. Legs, hamstring, glute, concentrated. Say goodbye to Christian, because this guy's heading off. 2-year anniversary with Heidi, so they're going away for the day, spend some quality time together. And then I'm gonna chill for the rest of the day until like 2, half 2, 3, go back, pack, and then head off to the airport because your boy's going back to Boston. So just got back to the gym. Honestly, I can't believe it's like 1 o'clock right now and I still haven't eaten. I'm adapting the fasted lifestyle, but we're about to head out to Chipotle to get some food. First meal of the day, I'm gonna get some double meat. Catabolic, my body is eating itself from the inside. I'm developing kwashiorkor. Google it if you don't know what that is. Just say goodbye to Christian. They're heading out, like I said, so good and such a privilege to be invited to this place, seeing this place online for the past like couple of years and seeing like the whole movement develop ever since I started a YouTube channel, which was 2.5 years ago. Has been like, it's been a pleasure to like come down here, be invited by the guy himself to just like, you know, spend some time, you know, actually get the chance to meet the guy and come to Alphalete. Definitely probably one of the best gyms I've ever been to in my life. Like if you had the chance to come down to Alphalete and you are in the Texas area, it's a must. You definitely want to come down and get a lift in at the, I mean, look at it. It's freaking sick. I think, guys, so as you can see, we are back in Boston. We are currently editing the footage from the Houston weekend. Completely forgot I didn't end the video. I was gonna end it in the airport, but that didn't happen. But like I said, just finished editing the footage. We're really happy with how the Q&A went out. Thank you to Max and Christian for taking time, sitting down with me for like, I think it took 40 minutes to record that thing, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it, getting the chance to go down to Houston. Thank you to Christian for inviting me. It was just an amazing experience to obviously meet Christian, having spoken to him online and like text over the past like 6 months. It's good to like, you know, spend time with the guy, and to meet Max obviously for the first time, and all the people down at the Athlete gym. I met so many of you guys in that gym, which is an incredible experience. It just heightened the whole trip and everything that it was for me. But yeah, we're back now. We have a few cool vlogs coming pretty soon. I'm gonna be snowboarding, which I'm really excited about. I haven't snowboarded in like 10 years, so that's gonna be coming soon. Gonna be going to DC to go to a concert. Never been to DC before. We're gonna go for obviously the reason of the concert. Gonna see NF. NF is a rapper that I like, if you didn't already know. It was a destroyed Christmas present. I wanted to know what it was, and she told me. But regardless, that's the end of the video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy this video, please smash the like button. If you haven't already, join the Don Squad. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!